The last video we discussed what could be the possible origins or sources behind morality. We talked about human instinct, human feeling, suffering, pleasure, evolution, society, and we found errors in every argument. At the end of the video, I explained that the characteristics of what the source of morality needs to have is that it needs to be somewhat authoritative and it needs to be of the highest authority. Technically, I said outside in the last video, but outside meaning that it needs to be above it. So it can't be on the same level as morality. So let me explain. Why does it need to have an authoritative role? Because if not, why should we listen to it? Why not continue to live a life that is just based off purely of our own preferences? If a box of cereal says, try our new granola bars, you're probably not gonna go out and buy their new granola bars. But if your best friend says, hey, you should try these new granola bars, I'm more inclined to listen or at least consider buying these new granola bars because my best friend has way more authority than a box of cereal in my life. What I'm trying to say is there would be no point or urge or guilt for following a moral code or, feeling that guilt or shame when you've not followed that moral code unless there's some type of authoritative source that it comes from that demands that we follow it. Second, why does this authoritative source need to be of the highest authority? Because if this authoritative source structured morality to be what it is based on a pre-existing moral order, so let's say the moral order is higher than it, then we would return to the same question. What is the source of morality? Because if it's under morality, then it's not its source. It's more of a subservient role. The source claims that this is good and bad because it is good and bad already. At the same time, this authoritative source can't just pick and choose what's good and what's bad, because we could live in a world where, oh, maybe on Tuesdays, robbing is fine, and maybe on Wednesdays, murdering is fine. That would sort of turn them into an arbitrary dictator, as Trent Horn would put it, which in that case, we shouldn't listen to them, because good morality must come from a good source, and if it's anything but good morality, then to heck with it. So what is the alternative? The highest authority figure must be all good, and because they are all good, morality cannot be anything but good. You could ask, well, did the goodness come from the authoritative figure, or does morality deem the figure to be good? Is this good because the authoritative figure says so, or does the authoritative figure say so because it's good? We find out that that's actually the wrong question to ask. It would be like asking, how do you know what is a meter? So originally in France, there was this bar called the meter bar, made of platinum, I believe. And that is what they use to base off what a meter is. Now, that's a little bit inaccurate today because I think there's more accurate ways of measuring a meter, such as speed of light and other stuff like that. But at the time, the platinum bar in France, that was how long a meter was. So you could ask the question, is something a meter because the bar says so, or does the bar say so because it's a meter? And both of those would actually be wrong. It's a meter because it matches the bar, and the bar just happens to be what a meter is. It's not one or the other. The meter bar is a meter, and because it is a meter, whatever matches it is a meter. So this source is not arbitrary nor subservient. The source, whatever it is, must be goodness itself, or else morality would not be worth obeying within itself. The source does not say things are good because morality deems them so, and the source does not just pick and choose what is good. The source is good. And because the source is good, morality is good because the morality comes from said source. Because the source is good, we know what in morality is good and is not good, because if the source is good, then it can't be anything else but that, and thus morality is going to be formed around that goodness. That was a lot for this video, so now what? We are going to continue to dive deeper into other desires. We focused a lot on morality in the past couple of videos for a bit, and we will return to this again, but I want to sort of bring those other points in so that they can meet up with what we've discussed here. I want to explore some other facets of life, such as truth, dignity, virtues. It's sort of going to be like a Marvel Infinity War, you have sort of like these different storylines, and then at the end it's going to like come together all in unity. At least that's the hope. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.